am Jackie Gilchrist and I'm a learning assistant, additional support needs, and I'm from Midlothian.
Deirdre MacDonald.
And Miss, what branch are you in, Deirdre?
Aberdeen City, local government.
Tahir Mohammed.
And where are you from?
I'm from Glasgow.
And what sort of branch are you from?
Scottish Qualification Authority branch.
Right, my name's Brian Molloy. I live in Motherwell.
Right. Who do you work for, Brian?
I work for Strathclyde Police.
I'm Penny Phillipson. I am a student with the Scottish Water branch.
I'm Carrie Milligan. I'm from NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde Health branch.
I'm Ross Thompson. I'm from East Kilbride with PCS.
So you're a civil servant?
Yes.
My name's Philippa Clark, and I'm a lifelong learning field worker for UNISON in the Highlands and Islands.
Yeah, my name's Kate Ramsden. I'm branch chair of Aberdeenshire UNISON branch, and I'm also communications officer there, and I run the website.
So what's the situation in the Midlothian Council then?
But we're actually still waiting on a budget coming forward. We've been told that it probably won't be as bad as we thought it was going to be, but I think we're all holding our breath. My director is working alongside the Scottish Government just now to look at shared services and education with East Lothian and Midlothian. We've lost most of our temporary staff in schools, although we still have quite a few running, which obviously has an impact on our jobs day to day.
I think there will be issues in future. Yeah, because at the moment we've been told like there won't be any redundancies or anything.
So what's the present sort of work situation like in HMRC?
There is a threat, but it doesn't seem to have came down to my level yet.
It has been tough for quite some time in Scottish Water, with restructuring cuts constantly to try and make Scottish Water more as profitable as a private company, ignoring the massive issues that a utility like Scottish Water has to deal with in order to provide a good service, for Scotland.
You've got posts not being filled, the posts that are becoming vacant and are kind of going to be filled or being filled by people from redeployment, so there's no kind of career opportunities really to progress within the NHS anymore. People are feeling quite demotivated.
Well, the council just announced the proposed budget last week, and it's not looking good. They're talking about 900 job losses, which is obviously going to have an impact on services. So we're really concerned within the branch about all of that.
Well, as it stands just now, Strathclyde Police have asked the members of staff, i.e. civilian staff, if they're interested in voluntary redundancy. I've asked the members of staff to show an expression of interest at this stage, and that's all it is. My understanding is that the response to that hasn't been as great as Strathclyde Police had maybe expected it to be, and obviously that may have an impact later on.
Because it's been an ongoing process for the last few years, jobs being cut through Scottish Water, so I guess this would add to the impetus, but it won't be anything new exactly.
The announcement of redundancies this week, 700 full-time equivalents. So on top of the 2.5 years that we've had of redundancies and voluntary severances, we're already a workforce that's to the bone. So we're going to go to the inner organs now.
That's going to mean huge job losses, and hopefully we can maybe try and prepare people a little bit to make themselves more employable when they gain more skills.
So do you think your own job's at risk in the process that's happening at the moment?
Most lately.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I think not. But I don't know.
Not as far as I'm aware, but I don't think any of us can be complacent. I think everything's up for grabs just at the present moment.
What's your current attitudes and feelings about everything that's happening at the moment out there with the spending review?
Well, I do realise there's been a big campaign about the better way, and I feel that the government should listen to it.
I think there's an awful lot of uncertainty generated by what appears to have happened since the general election. There's a lot of talk of cuts with nothing great coming out just now, so people are clearly uncertain and kind of worried as to what lies ahead.
That's quite terrifying actually, because both myself and my partner both work for local government, so if either of us go, we lose our house and everything that goes along with it, even if they cut our pay. I mean, I'm on a low pay as it is. It's pretty scary, but I think it's also given me the sort of fire in my belly to start campaigning.
Have you had any previous involvement in the trade union movement before?
No, just when I first started working in my current job.
Oh, I've been in a trade union since I started in work, way back. I was in NALGO for a long time, and then when NALGO became UNISON, I've obviously been in UNISON, but I've been active. I was active in NALGO, and then I was a bit less active when I had my children, and I would say that for the last 10 years or so I've been pretty active again.
I've been very lucky to be involved with the low pay, fair pay campaign, which was to highlight low pay and the history behind low pay and how we can move forward, which is all before this all happened. And also I've been involved with a classroom assistance consultation document that came out called Valuable Assets, and it brought 10 recommendations out for COSLA and the trade unions to address on our job, but that's sort of stalled.
And what sort of current skills do you have as a union activist that you think are going to be important as part of the campaigns that are going on?
I'm fairly confident to speak in public. I'm not too fussed about speaking in public. I also I do professional wrestling in my spare time, so that kind of helps me speak in public.
No, I'm relatively new to union work. I just became a steward earlier on this year.
I think I've got quite a good understanding of the political situation, and I've been involved in media and press work and communications work really throughout my time in both NALGO and UNISON. So
not at this stage. I've been a steward for a year, so I've sort of been involved in a couple of things here and there, but it's sort of a matter of gradually amping up.
Well, I've done a fair bit of public speaking, which I never ever thought I would do, and it's nerve-wracking, but I'm okay if it's about my job, because it's so passionate, but when it's political I find it really difficult. So I'm hoping that's what I'll gain from this weekend.
I don't quite know what skills I've got at this stage. I was asked to come here. I think that our branch have identified that I might be keen in promoting the union. I've certainly suggested that I could be keen in doing that. I think I'm quite good and confident at speaking and talking to groups. Hopefully I'll find that out this weekend, and hopefully I'll find out what there maybe is available in that respect.
Are there any particular skills you're hoping to pick up from the Mobilise weekend?
Well, I'm very intrigued that I can use comedy as a mobilising tool, so I'm hoping to spend the whole of Saturday, but my material is very raw because I just need to tell actual fact stories from Aberdeen City Council, and they will be very funny.
I don't increase confidence in my ability to talk knowledgeably to the people that I'm trying to mobilise. That would be nice.
I want to be able to approach anybody that comes forward to me, because it happened to me while I was campaigning. I was doing a leaflet drop in our high street, and I walked forward to a gentleman and I said, "Would you like to take this card? We're holding a public meeting." And he went, "I'm for the cuts." And I went, "Okay then, thanks very much," and walked away from him. I didn't engage with him at all. I wasn't frightened to, but I was too polite. So, I want to be able to actually engage with somebody that has a different concept to the cuts than I do, but to do it in the proper way and not to do it, not to antagonise or anything like that. And I'm hoping that's what I get from this weekend.
And I think it's going to be so important that people have the confidence and the strength of feeling to get out on the street, to get into their SP and MP surgeries, to argue about why this the cuts in jobs needn't happen, that there is a better way, as the STUC are saying, and this sounded lively and fun. And there's all the ways in which you can inspire people through song, through music, through writing. I think it's just like a great event, and was happy to want to come down and be part of it.